Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step.
July 26, 1948. President Harry Truman issues Executive Order 9981 to end segregation in the armed services.
May 17, 1954. Brown versus the Board of Education. A consolidation of 5 cases into one is decided by the Supreme Court, effectively ending racial segregation in public schools. Many schools, however, remain segregated.
December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks refuses to give up her seat to a white man on the Montgomery, Alabama bus. Her defiant stance prompts a year-long Montgomery bus boycott.
60 black pastors and civil rights leaders from several southern states, including Martin Luther King Jr., meet in Atlanta, Georgia to coordinate nonviolent protests against racial discrimination and segregation.
September 4th, 1957. 9 black students known as the Little Rock Nine are blocked from integrating into Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. President Dwight D. Eisenhower eventually sends federal troops to escort the students. However, they continue to be harassed.
September 9, 1957. Eisenhower signs the Civil Rights Act of 1957 into law to help protect voter rights. The law allows federal prosecution of those who suppress another's right to vote.
February 1st, 1960. 4 college students in Greensboro, North Carolina refused to leave a Woolworth's whites-only lunch counter without being served. Their nonviolent demonstration sparks similar sit-ins throughout the city and other states.
Approximately 250,000 people take part in the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Martin Luther King gives the closing address in front of the Lincoln Memorial and states, "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal."
September 15, 1963. A bomb at 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama kills 4 young girls and injures several other people prior to Sunday services. The bombing fuels angry protests.
July 2nd, 1964. President Lyndon B. Johnson signs the Civil Rights Act of 1964 into law, preventing employment discrimination due to race, color, sex, religion, or national origin. Title VII of the Act establishes the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, to help prevent workplace discrimination.
February 21st, 1965. Black religious leader Malcolm X is assassinated during a rally by members of the Nation of Islam.
March 7th, 1965. In the Selma to Montgomery March, around 600 civil rights marchers walked to Selma, Alabama to Montgomery, the state's capital, in protest of black voter suppression. Local police block and brutally attack them. After successfully fighting in court for the right to march, Martin Luther King and other civil rights leaders lead 2 more marches and finally reach Montgomery on March 25th.
August 6, 1965. President Johnson signs the Voting Rights Act of 1965 to prevent the use of literacy tests as a voting requirement. It also allowed federal examiners to review voter qualifications and federal observers to monitor polling places.
April 4th, 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. is assassinated on the balcony of his hotel room in Memphis, Tennessee. James Earl Ray is convicted of the murder in 1969.
April 11, 1968. President Johnson signs the Civil Rights Act of 1968, also known as the Fair Housing Act, providing equal housing opportunity regardless of race, religion, or national origin.
Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. We are Team Montgomery.